Are you ready to dive into the world of stocks and economic sentiment? Buckle up, because we're about to explore how Americans really feel about the stock market and the economy. A recent nationwide economic survey has shed light on the complex relationship Americans have with the stock market. While there's still significant interest in investing, many are harboring a pessimistic outlook for the future. The survey reveals that 46% of Americans believe now is a good time to invest in stocks, showing that despite uncertainties, there's still a healthy appetite for market participation. However, this optimism is tempered by persistent concerns. Many Americans are worried about the impact of tariffs and feel their earnings aren't keeping pace with the rising cost of living. In fact, a staggering 60% of respondents reported that their income fails to match the increasing expenses they face daily. This disconnect between wages and living costs is creating a sense of financial strain for many households across the nation. When it comes to the current state of the economy, there's a slight improvement in public sentiment. About 31% of Americans now believe economic conditions are better than before. While this figure shows some progress, it remains relatively modest, indicating that caution still prevails among the general public. Looking ahead, there's a sharp divide in expectations for the future. Only 36% of Americans anticipate the economy will improve, while a larger portion, 46%, fear it will worsen. This split highlights the uncertainty and lack of consensus about the country's economic trajectory. Factors like rising costs and ongoing tariff policies continue to weigh heavily on public confidence, contributing to this divided outlook. Tax policy under the current administration has emerged as a major point of contention, particularly regarding its potential impact on everyday prices. A majority of Americans, 52% to be exact, believe that tariffs will lead to higher costs for daily goods. This concern is especially pronounced among workers, who fear they'll bear the brunt of these price increases. The business community is also voicing its opposition to the current tariff strategy, with 51% of businesses expressing disapproval. This resistance is strongest among Democrats and independents, underscoring the deep political division surrounding economic policy. Some economic observers argue that tariff measures could potentially be limited to avoid widespread price hikes. However, there is still a lingering risk that these measures could be used as justification for broader increases in consumer prices. As we navigate these complex economic waters, it's clear that Americans are keeping a close eye on the stock market and the broader economy. While there's still interest in investing, concerns about income, tariffs, and future economic prospects are shaping a cautious and divided public sentiment. Only time will tell how these attitudes will evolve and what impact they'll have on the nation's economic landscape.